So this is a video about putting the timing belt back on the Suzuki 1.3 engine. In the last video you watched us time the engine and remove the timing belt. So this video is putting it back on. So we're going to make sure our timing marks are aligned. So the bottom pulley is lined up, the top pulley mark is lined up with the cam cover notch. When we put it back on, because the crankshaft is quite free moving on this, you might need two people, so an assistant to hold the belt on at the bottom while we fit the rest of the belts. Otherwise this crankshaft does have a habit of moving a tooth. So if we start to put it back on, make sure you've got your direction of rotation arrows going the right way, so it's clockwise, so that wants to follow the direction of rotation of the engine. So let's put it back on. So if we put it back on, notice we're putting it halfway on that pulley. We're keeping so it's just moved. Okay, so that crankshaft has moved again slightly, so we're just going to move it back and go again. So on there, and then we can slide it on. So it's on all of the pulleys, and now Steve's going to slide it on. Okay, once we've done that, we're going to slacken off the tensioner lock spring. Okay, make sure that spring and arm moves and pivots. Once it's found its rest position and we're happy with the tension on the belt, we're going to tighten up the tensioner pulley bolt. So 12mm on this engine, just nip it up, and then the 10mm lock stud. So again, after you've fitted any timing belt and you've done this sort of job, what we want to do is rotate the crankshaft 2 rotations clockwise. That's 1 full engine cycle, and we're going to check our timing marks and tension. So nice and steady. You'll find it hard to turn in 4 different positions. That's indicating this engine has compression. So it should get harder to turn and then go slack. That's those 4 pistons coming to top dead center. So as we rotate around, we're just going really slowly till we get in line. And there you can see our crankshaft is lined up and our cam pulley is lined up. Like I say, this can be a little tricky, this engine, because the crankshaft does move very easily, so it is useful to have 2 people, 1 person holding that belt on that crankshaft pulley. Okay, once you've done the timing marks, just make sure that your tension's correct. So we're going to turn that belt on the longest run and see if we can turn it a half turn. So